Welcome, team. Look, as a senior consultant, I've coached honestly hundreds of professionals who run into the exact same frustrating challenge. You spend months, maybe years, doing this incredibly dense, complex work, right? And then you have to somehow transform all of that into a captivating conference presentation. Well, in this explainer, we're going to explore exactly how you can master that conference impact by using AI to craft killer narratives and stunning visuals. If you've ever felt like your research just kind of falls flat when you present it, you are definitely in the right place. Okay, let's dive into this. Because, come on, we have all been in that room. You're sitting in a conference hall, the speaker is clearly brilliant, their research is totally groundbreaking, but within, 5 minutes, your eyes are completely glazing over. So why does this happen? It's simply because presenting requires completely different muscles than researching. If you get up there and just read perfectly from a set of notes, you are practically guaranteed to lose the audience. So let's fix that. To tackle this universally painful experience, we're using a structured toolkit today. We are going to cover 1. The communication gap, 2. Finding your core narrative, 3. Designing visual posters, 4. Adapting to your audience, and 5. AI is your co-pilot. Let's jump right in. Section 1. The communication gap between papers and presentations. Okay, so this is a fundamental paradigm shift you really need to make before you even think about opening PowerPoint. A paper and a presentation, they are completely different mediums. Think about it. Academic papers are absolutely meant to be dense. They're detailed, they're comprehensive, and they're exhaustive, right? Because they have to prove your rigor. But presentations, they must be distilled, highly visual and narrative-driven. If your slides literally just look like your manuscript copy-pasted onto a screen, you've already lost the room. Which brings us to Section 2, Finding Your Core Narrative, where we prioritize story over data. See, the solution to a boring presentation isn't just, adding pretty colors to your slides. It's about building a tightly structured story arc. You want your presentation to flow sequentially through these 4 steps, rather than just doing a chronological data dump. Step 1, why this question? Like, why should the audience actually care right now? Step 2, what did I do? This is your methodology, but keep it brief. Step 3, what did I find? That's the climax of your story. And step 4, so what? What are the actual implications here? A really tightly structured story moves fast through the background to get straight to those vital findings. Let's ground this with a real-world anchor. Imagine a researcher who just wrapped up this exhaustive study on how communication failures in the operating room cause preventable harm to patients. It's a heavy, incredibly data-rich topic. Now, if she presents this chronologically, starting with her massive literature review and all her complex methodology, her audience of surgeons is going to tune out way before she even gets to the results. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is how she visually reveals the hook of her narrative right away. Look at this chart. It shows her absolutely surprising finding. Surgeons have a very high perception of their team's communication, but the actual team alignment on critical info, it's dangerously low. By putting this visual front and center, she just skips all that dense background and immediately establishes a compelling conflict. Boom! The surgeons in the room are instantly hooked because this directly challenges their own perceptions. Now, finding that exact hook is honestly really hard when you're buried deep in the weeds of your own work. And this is exactly where AI becomes incredibly valuable as your editorial co-pilot. But as professionals, you really have to calibrate your AI judgment skills here. You can feed your research into an AI and just ask it, hey, what's the one thing someone should remember about my research? AI is fantastic at identifying that essential message and stripping away the jargon to build a compelling 15-minute story arc. But, and this is crucial, it requires your expert eye to ensure the actual nuance isn't lost. Moving on to Section 3, Designing Visual Posters and the 30-second rule. If you think presentations are tough, posters, they come with entirely different constraints. You literally only have seconds to invite engagement as someone walks by your board. So here are your golden rules for poster design. And trust me, these are non-negotiable. First, visuals first. Your poster is a visual medium, okay? It is not a reading assignment. Second, 50 words max per section. I literally mean it. Be ruthless with your word count. Third, logical flow, usually top left to bottom right. And fourth, large, readable fonts. Let me be totally clear here. Nobody wants to stand in a crowded, noisy hallway and read a giant wall of text from 6 feet away. So, you're probably wondering, how on earth do you get your dense paper down to 50 words a section? Well, you use an AI prompt like this. Reduce my method section to 25 words, focusing on essentials. This is a brilliant, brilliant use case for an AI copilot. But quick warning from your friendly senior consultant here, when AI condenses dense material, it can sometimes hallucinate. You have to always double check its work. Make sure it didn't invent a fabricated statistic or hallucinate a fake citation to back up a claim, or, alter your p-values to make the findings sound punchier. Never forget, you are the final editor. All right, section 4, adapting to your audience, because one size fitting all is an absolute myth. A really common pitfall I see constantly is someone giving the exact same presentation to completely different groups. Notice the differing priorities on this matrix here. If you're talking to an academic audience, they absolutely want to hear about methodology and theory. But if you give that exact same talk to a policy audience, they will be bored to tears. They want to know about cost effectiveness and scalability. And a public audience, they just want relevance to their daily lives using understandable language. AI is actually a fantastic tool to help you analyze your audience and rapidly pivot your talk's terminology and emphasis, depending entirely on who is actually sitting in the room. Finally, section 5, AI as your co-pilot, where we're focusing on acceleration, not replacement. The real empowering message here is that AI provides acceleration. It's not replacing you. Take this amazing anecdote. A climate research team used AI to scan 10,000 papers, identifying 340 relevant studies in a matter of hours. I mean, that saves an entire semester of grueling work. But as a team, we need a quick checklist for evaluating task risk versus AI capability. Just ask yourself, is the task low risk, like finding keywords or formatting references, or is it high risk, like interpreting really nuanced results? Does the AI actually have the capability to handle this specific complexity without hallucinating? For those low-risk, high-volume tasks, like scanning literature, AI is absolutely your ultimate co-pilot. Let's loop right back to our surgical case study to see how this human-AI synergy looks in practice. Our researcher used AI to help brainstorm her conference abstract. So instead of starting with really dense jargon, the AI helped her draft this incredibly attention-grabbing hook. Surgeons spend decades on technical skills but rarely train communication despite preventable harm. Wow. It establishes immediate curiosity, it sets the stakes, and it makes people actually want to attend her session. But remember, team, while AI can structure the narrative and it can draft that killer hook, you are still the one standing up there on the stage. The delivery matters immensely. You've got to practice out loud, manage your time, prepare to respond to challenging questions by smoothly redirecting back to your key messages, and definitely seek outside feedback before the big day. AI absolutely cannot replace the human connection of eye contact, varied pacing, and just genuine enthusiasm for your own work. So we've covered the communication gap, the narrative arc, poster design, audience adaptation, and the sheer power of an AI co-pilot. Now it's time to put this into practice. I want to leave you with a provocative question to really chew on. What is your life's work, your current research, or your biggest project's absolute best elevator pitch? Could you explain the core story, the why it matters, what you found, and the so what, in just 60 seconds? I challenge you to use these AI narrative techniques while applying your own expert judgment to find out today. Thanks for joining me on this explainer, and keep innovating.